If you're having paranormal issues, contact us at mwghosthunters.com. From the files of the Midwest Ghost Hunters.
All right, Midwest Ghost Hunters site investigation, recorder 1.
Oh, Dustin, right there. Something just moved behind you.
Yes, it did.
What the was that?
What happened?
Something touched my ear, man.
What's that?
This is Dark Matter with Midwest Ghost Hunters.
Bury Me in Black is the latest investigation that we did. We were gone for Thanksgiving, I guess, or something last week. We were not here last week.
We ghosted them.
So we've had the week to kind of go over some of the audio that we captured while there. Now, Bury Me in Black is a store in Springfield, here in Springfield, Missouri, on Commercial Street. It's been there a long time. All the shops and buildings over there have been there. And Melissa said before we started here, it's like 1860 something it was built. So it's obviously been a bunch of things over the years. Now it's like a goth alternative clothing store. And then it's actually got, let's see, is that right directly above? Yeah, it's like two stories. And right above it is another business. What is the name of that business? Are we allowed to say it?
Yeah, it's Skin Wax Inc.
Okay, so it's like, what do you call those? I'm dumb on these.
It's a
hair removal place.
They'll do waxing. They'll do permanent cosmetics.
What do they call those? Okay.
An esthetician.
That's what it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so that is upstairs, and the clothing store is downstairs. Now, most of the activity they reported had been from the downstairs area, and it's kind of what you would picture in one of these old style, buildings. It's like an open floor plan. It's very open, from one end to the other, and they've done a lot of remodeling inside. So we did what we always do. We set, we did our EMF sweep at the beginning. We set up a bunch of recorders and video cameras, and we had the laser grid going at one point just to see what we could get. And we did a few tests too, because when we first got there, we got there pretty early. Because it gets dark so early. We got there fairly early. And, we noticed at one point people were walking by on the sidewalk. We were just kind of getting an idea what that sounds like when people are talking outside, so we'd know, what to remove if we captured anything like that on the recorders. We did get some stuff from inside, though. Am I wrong in saying everything was downstairs, or did we get anything upstairs too?
There are a couple of them that are upstairs. The ones that I sent you last night are the ones with you guys upstairs.
Oh, that's right. They were upstairs.
But majority of it is downstairs.
Okay. So we did get, I'd say a bulk of it came from the downstairs clothing store area. But we're going to start rolling through some of these EVPs. And what I was getting ready to say is we caught a video in the downstairs towards the front of the store. And I think that was one of the claims that they had too. I don't think it was necessarily in that particular area.
No, it was in the back. But that area that you caught that video, Annie said that she had heard a woman say hello.
Yeah.
Like right back there in that same spot.
So, and I think we got that too.
We did. Yeah, I was going to get to that one here in a minute too. So we did catch the shadow movement in the front of the store. We did a test on that too. We had Dustin go to the front of the store and move around. Then we had him go outside and move around, and nothing would really duplicate what we caught. And we'll put that video, I think I already did, at mwghosthunters.com. But that was one of the, as far as videos go, there's still part of the iPad video that we had pointed towards the area where they had seen the shadow figure that I haven't completed yet. It's got about 40 minutes left on it.
Didn't Hunter also say that he had some unusual activity, or Dustin said that there was some unusual activity on Hunter's
I talked to Hunter about that yesterday, and he said what he got wasn't necessarily a visual anomaly. It was after everybody left. He said it sounded like someone was touching the audio source, the microphone.
Okay, we've had that before.
Yeah. So he wasn't sure what to do with it. He's like, "Do I send the video?" So he was gonna send that to us too. But we did get some vocal EVPs. We actually got quite a few to run through here, and some of these we're gonna. Well, it's hard. I'm not gonna say. We've whittled it down to these, and some of these we're 100% sure are we can't explain. And some of these, it's weird because when you listen at home, you're like, man, I can't hear that. And then you get here and you can hear it very clearly, or vice versa. So some of these we're going to be kind of doing on the fly. We've heard them all, but some of these we may have to roll a couple of times just to get the feel for it. But anyway, these are the Bury Me in Black EVPs that we captured here in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm just going to kind of start randomly, break it down, and talk about it after. Let's go ahead and roll it. You move something.
Would you like for us to leave?
I thought hell,
I'm recording.
Okay, so
you can hear a male voice there. It says, yes.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and play it again. So I was in one part of the front, like in the storefront area, and John was back in the behind the curtain, just, I don't know, probably 50, 60 feet away. And we were doing like a concurrent type EVP thing, and my mic picked him up. You can hear after John says in the other room, do you want us to leave? You can hear what sounds like a response. Let's go ahead and roll that one again.
Can you move something?
Would you like for us to leave? Right there.
Yeah, and I can go back to that spot again. I think I can even turn it up a little bit.
Would you like for us to leave? Right there.
And I heard that, or I heard something, and that's why I kind of stopped the recording there. I was like, I thought I heard something there, and I backed it up. And we heard, at one point, you know, with the acoustics of the building, was it you thought it said no?
I thought it said no.
But then it sounds to me like, I
think it says yes.
Yeah, it sounds like it says yes.
And there was another one that I got a response from, too, that I asked, I said, what's your favorite kind of food? What do you like to eat?
We'll get to it as we roll through. Okay, let's go ahead and try these and see what we got here. I can't remember which one is which, and this may be your mix of the same thing that I caught. I'm not sure, but we'll find out here.
See, that was outside. What was it? Was it? Here, look.
I don't know, because it said hi.
I heard that.
You can hear it at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's like, hi.
And we were assuming that was someone outside. We went and checked. There was no one outside.
There was nobody there.
So let's go ahead and do it again. It was very, clear and close. Here it comes. It's the very beginning.
See, that was outside. What was it? Was it? Here, look.
I don't know, because it said hi. I heard. And then Melissa gets there and says, well, one of the claims is that there's a female that just says hi.
Yeah, and she had told me whenever I got there.
We didn't know that.
Well, no, she did. Whenever I first got there.
Well, she didn't tell me.
No, you weren't there yet. Because when I first got there, she gave me a walkthrough. Were you there? Were you there when I first got there?
No.
Okay, you weren't there yet. I was going to say, I feel like I was alone.
You were there, and then I was trying to find a place to park.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I just had her run through a list of the claims, and she said, I think one of the most recent ones was she heard a female say hi when she was in that big, big room.
There it is.
And I wasn't even thinking of that. Because I thought that was coming from outside when we caught it, but there was nobody out there. Let's go ahead.
I think one of the things that was so weird to me about the female vocals we were getting down there is that the female vocals were so clear that it made me think that they weren't accurate. Because normally it's these creepy things of, I mean that's normally what you get. But these were crystal clear in there. And there's some of them that's coming up that's unbelievably clear.
And I've got another one I need to send myself. I'll have to find that here in a bit. I just remembered. We played one a second ago, remember? And you said, I don't hear it there. That's on there because you don't hear it there, but I have it on mine and you do hear it. I'll have to find that and send it to myself.
And this is not uncommon either when you do these paranormal investigations that you can have recorders set up right side by side. And it will show up plain as day on one and not on the other, and there is no reason for that to be.
I've got it on my phone because it was actually an iPhone recording, and I'll find it.
So which recorder was that last one was caught on?
John's.
Yeah, those are the tie mics.
The ones that were in the very back?
The tie mics were everywhere. I have a master mix of all of the tie mics.
So we don't know which specific one.
Not on that particular one. I could drill down and find it.
Well, I can tell you for sure it wasn't anybody outside because I went outside and looked all four directions. There wasn't anybody out there. You can see down the whole block.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. And there wasn't anybody out there. I just assumed, we'd heard it so clearly it was somebody outside.
And there's also nothing on the recorder at the front where everybody was at because I was very surprised. As much as I thought that so much of this was noise contamination, the recorder that produced the least was the recorder at the very front of the store that was facing the storefront of commercial where everybody is walking. So that should have been the one that was just loaded with audio, but there's very little audio on it.
And we should point out there was pretty minimal foot traffic because they had closed the store early that day. Granted, there's other stores around there, but by a certain time of night, there's not a lot of foot traffic in that area. There's some, but there's not a lot. Let me go ahead and roll on to this one here, and I've heard every one of these. I just can't remember which one is which. Let me pull it up here and play it.
So is anybody in this room, can you say something? Okay. Can you say something? Sure sounded like... All right, hang on. Hold up.
Okay, never mind. I don't have to send it to myself because that's it. I mean, that's your version of the same thing I caught. That's the one I was talking about a minute ago. You can hear, I think I said after you, can you say something? You can hear something.
I couldn't make out what it says or...
Sounds like laughing.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That...
I heard that. Yes, I did. I did hear that. I did.
That was live here at the castle.
Yeah. I heard it. Okay.
It was...
Let me go ahead and play this one again. Let's see what we got here.
So is anybody in this room, can you say something? Okay. Can you say something? Sure sounded like... All right, hang on. Hold up.
No, that's just me and Chris that are down there at that time.
What are you laughing about?
Hold on. Do your tongue thing. The thing you do it.
Is that what you hear?
Do it. I don't know what you mean. You need to do that and then replay it. Do it. I don't know what you mean. You know the thing.
What is the tongue thing?
I don't know. He makes this noise like you do it all the time.
Well, I can say
do it to show you. I don't know what you're referring to. It's that only silly sound that you make with your tongue.
Turning.
I'm trying to figure it out.
He's trying to whittle down which tongue thing.
It's like you do it all the time.
Well, at this point,
you're like,
what?
Oh,
you gotta do the noise.
That type of noise. I've heard people.
That? Now replay it.
Okay, let me replay.
So is anybody in this room, can you say something? Okay.
I hear like a whisper.
Can you say something?
I think
Those are two
it
completely
says,
different sounds, Tyler. I don't know what you
I think it says
but
leave. I think before it said...
Oh, did you hear?
Yeah,
some,
I
listen to
hear
that.
it laughing.
That's what I thought I heard this time too. Let me, but I can say this much: Dustin wasn't nowhere down there when this happened, so he wasn't doing the tongue sound. Let me hear.
I figured it probably wasn't him doing the tongue sound, but
Let me play it again. So, do you hear the leave before?
Yes, it says leave before that. Before that.
Okay, let me play it. I didn't hear it.
And I promise you,
let's try
it's
it again.
neither Chris or I making
So
this.
is anybody in this room, can you say something? Okay.
Is that laughing, you guys, or something else?
No. Let me.
that's all I hear. It's the laughing.
Well, I didn't hear laughing, but now I hear. Now it does sound like laughing. Let me play it one more time.
So is anybody in this room, can you say something? Okay.
I did hear. I maybe hear what you're talking about. That whisper that sounds like it does might say leave, but it's very faint.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it sounds like his same creepiness that we heard before. That the guy saying, "Do you want us to leave?" Yes. It sounds the same guy.
Okay, I think this is the same one where we'll go ahead and play it again, see if this is maybe a different angle on it anyway.
Would you like for us to leave?
Okay.
That's him.
So is this from the mic in your room?
Yes.
So it was in there
Okay,
too.
hold on. There's stuff going on back there the whole time, I think.
There's like tapping and that.
The
Hunter
tapping
caught
could
it too, though.
Play that again and listen very closely.
But
'cause-
whenever this is that same EVP we played earlier where I heard the response, but this is John's mic in the other room.
No, that's not necessarily mine. This is the master mix of all the ties.
Oh, so it could be the one from in my room.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, gotcha. All right, let's do it again.
Would you like for us to leave?
Right there.
There's like constant wailing going on in the background there. Do you guys not hear that?
I hear it the whole time.
Yeah, and we've got some. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think that could be some people outside. Not the creepy guy, but the other stuff way distant.
It could be. We've got some more of those, though, here in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and play this one. This is, I guess you and I are doing an EVP, and we caught something here. Let's see what we got. So that first voice is the one we don't know what is.
Yeah, that.
That was before I got there, yeah?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. Let me go ahead and play it again. When you first sent me this, I was like, what the hell is that? I don't remember hearing that. Let's play it again. What is that you right at the end there?
Yes.
Doing an EVP? Okay. I want to do it one more time, see if I can get an idea of what's being said.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah. Sounds like someone trapped in a box.
I don't know.
Last time.
Maybe they were buried in black.
God, that's just...
Do it one more time. No idea.
At the end, it sounds like it says, give me some help. Let me do it one more time. One more.
It does say, "Give me some help."
It sounds like it sounds like it says in my ears. And keep in mind, I'm constructing this. It sounds like it says, "One of you, give me some help."
Could be. Let's listen to it again.
One more time.
Yeah, it does. The ghost needed assistance.
I don't know. I can't
be
for sure. That's just kind of what my brain matrixed on that particular one. This is the one you were talking about earlier whenever you heard the whisper when you were referring to the what kind of food do you like, I think.
Normally I don't get any responses at these. Usually it's Chris that gets all the responses, but man, this guy was just hammering on me.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to isolate that soundbite you just did there, Chuck.
This guy was just hammering on me. That's going to be your ringtone.
Every time you text me, that's what's going to play on my phone. I like it.
Okay, let's go ahead. This is the one you were talking about, John. I think you were asking, like in an EVP session, like what kind of food do you like or something.
What's your favorite food?
This may or may not be a response to that. And it may not even say what we think it does. Let me just play it and then we can talk about it afterwards. It was there at the very beginning. Let me do it again. As I listen to it now, I hear it's something.
Yeah.
I can't hear like over the F5 tornado in the background.
It's free.
Let's do it one more time. Did you hear it that time?
Gluten free.
No, I hear it. I'm pretty sure I hear it.
It's free.
One more time.
And what was the question that was asked?
What's your favorite kind of food?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Well, you know what? That could be too. I thought it said it's free, but I had a whole elaborate theory for what I thought this was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I hear something there. I can't be for sure what exactly we're hearing. Okay, now this next one here, I believe, is one of the ones I had a little trouble hearing. Let's go ahead and maybe we can hear it a little better in here. Let's go ahead and play it here.
Oh, right there. Okay.
There's something else right after you asked. It said yes.
I heard yes.
I heard what sounded like I'm over here. Right?
Play it again. Listen to right after you ask the question. Listen.
Is that me or is that you?
Whoever asks it. Listen right after you ask
it. It says yes.
Yeah,
okay,
100%
for sure. Right there.
Hey, holy shit! I didn't.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't hear that.
And that's this is another alternative mic to that.
It's
this
another
is the,
angle on that one.
Do you want us to leave?
So that certainly says yes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, listen, because at the beginning of that, you hear me saying, "Do you want us to leave?" That is the mic that's at the front.
So that's where it was then.
Yeah.
Now there is something else later that you were referring to.
Yeah, I'm going to play the whole thing here one more time. Here we go.
Cool.
then after the yes, I hear something else that sounds like I'm over here.
What I did is I created a master mix of all of the time mics because it's all on one floor, and so it's it's easier to do it that way because it was just me and Chris down there. Now you couldn't do this if we'd had the whole group down there and everybody talking in different areas. You couldn't do this, but that's why things will sound like they're all in one room that may not necessarily be in one.
Yeah.
It's all on the same floor, but that's what causes that.
Now, when I listened to this one before, I didn't realize that this
I didn't
was
hear that, yes.
another angle of that same one. I'm going to do it one more time here because I wanted to hear it again. And then I hear I'm over here.
So I like this thing you do with the master mix. Because if we ask a question downstairs and we have a microphone upstairs, we can get like...
and
it's synced up, right? Like
it. What happens is when you take all these tie mics and you put them in.
Why do we call them that? I don't remember.
A tie mic is a condenser mic, and condenser mics are like what Tyler uses in a recording studio.
I thought they were named for him.
It's almost strictly because they're my microphones.
Right. They're also all his mics. But the advantage of a tie mic over what we're using right now, I'm going to nerd out for just a second. These are dynamic microphones, and they're designed to reject noise around it. The tie mics are built the exact opposite, and so they'll pick up a bug thinking. So that's the reason why you get that in the background, because it's going to pick up everything.
That's a really good impression.
Yep.
That's what it's going to sound like.
As always.
It's going to sound that way.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like...
Now, what I did with this is I took those condensers and I ran them all over the very first floor. I didn't do it upstairs because that would be a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm just saying that theoretically.
Right. But what you've done is you've created one master recording of everything. And so if Chris says something in the front and you get a response in the back, you're going to hear it.
It's like how astronomers will point like 45 different telescopes at one thing to get a really big picture, but there's a lot of noise.
Right.
That's the downside.
And you're going to get it.
Ghosts like to do that shit. They like to answer you the farthest corner from where you asked it.
And normally what I'll do is if I need to find something and find out which mic it's on, we can drill down to that. But if you're just trying to get responses and you're trying to get a big picture of what's going on, this is an incredibly effective way to do that, because instead, normally you'd have a recorder that you set in the front of the store, and that's what you're going to get is whatever happens up at the front, and then you got a recorder in the back, and you'll just get this random word that's responding.
It's just hard. If we did this with regular recorders without a master mix, it would be hard to sync it up. To know this was at the same time right after we asked that question.
It's much easier this way.
It works out really, really well.
This is my favorite one so far.
This next one?
No, this one.
The one we just
played.
My God, I didn't even hear that. Yes.
I'm going to play it one more time before we move on.
And I'm the guy that pulled it down.
That's a good one.
I would have thought maybe that was Hunter or Andrew or somebody, but
there was nobody down there but me
it was
and
just
you.
Chris and I, the only people down there.
There's some weird whisperings after the fact that or a nylon coat. I can't tell.
Could be. Did it sound khaki?
Nope, not me. Didn't have it with me that time at all.
That's a shame.
So before we keep going with the EVPs, Melissa, these are people that you're acquaintances of, and actually a business that you go to. Have they had anything since we've been there? Have you heard from them?
I think they had a few more voices that they've heard, and now they're trying a new thing where they will place objects in certain areas and see if they move.
Have they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They noticed like merchandise moved around that they didn't. I was going to ask you. Okay, they had cameras.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the cameras.
So apparently we unplugged it at one point in the night. Yeah, it ran back behind. It was plugged into something else.
Was it hooked up to a light switch, I wonder?
Yes, it was. Yes, she did not get the video. We can't compare
what
the videos.
We're referring to is that shadow figure that we caught.
Yeah.
And I was just asking
about cameras in general.
Yeah, that shadow figure was what made me think of it, but have they ever caught anything on the video? Like,
not that I'm aware of, but I also don't know that she goes and purposely looks.
Could be kind of like a lot of times at schools in the overnights have caught all kinds of stuff on there, but unless something happened, did anybody go in and sit there and just watch 8 hours of video for no reason to do that?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realize we'd turn them cameras off. We turned the light switch off at one point, trying to turn off some of the ambient lighting that was in the front of the store, because they closed the business early, and there were people that were getting pissed off that the store was closed. We were having to hide. It's like, I don't want to deal with angry customers.
Chris is going to go up there and mock those people.
So
well, Dustin scared somebody, didn't you?
Well, over
in that other window.
Yeah, we were clearly closed at that point. The lights were off, door was locked, and there was like this couple walking down the sidewalk across the street. And I walked up and stood in the window and just stared at it. And this was nighttime. And the girl noticed and jumped and pointed. And the boyfriend looked real quick and
Did you do the Michael Myers and you popped down and when the boyfriend looked, you were no longer there?
No, I just stood there and stared.
You did the Quasimodo shuffle away.
Yeah.
I was going to point and slowly walk towards them.
But there were some people. There were 2 girls that showed up to the door because they closed an hour early or more, at least an hour early. And they start yanking on the door and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I told someone, I was like, "There's pissed off people out there. I'm going to hide for just a minute."
They had it on their Facebook page for a good
they had a
week
sign
that
out
they were
front.
closing early.
There was a sign out front that said closing, what time they were closing. Let's go ahead and move on to the next EVP.
You guys hear that? It's a ghost phone.
Yeah. This is a female. Okay, yeah, I do remember this one. Let's play that one for you. This was before Melissa got there, and Bobby wasn't there.
What the fuck are we doing there? Are we deadbolting 15 doors? What's happening?
I don't know exactly what we're doing there, but you can hear a female voice behind. We'll play it again.
Right there. That's the same woman that says "help me" earlier.
I don't hear shit.
Listen, that's
you don't hear the female?
I hear a printing press.
No, it's behind that.
Yeah,
and it's the same tone that says, "One of you guys help me."
Yeah, let's do it again. Right there.
It's faint.
Yeah, it's faint. But it does have that same kind of vocal.
Is there more whispering at the end?
Vocal cadence. I can only hear. I don't know what the hell we're doing there.
Let's at the very end.
Someone's walking.
I think
is what
that
it
was
is.
the person closest
walking.
to the mic.
This is the downside to the tie mics is that literally, I mean, if you have a thought, if you think about something too long, it'll pick it up.
Now this one is called Full Unknown Female. Does that mean it's the full audio of what we just heard?
Could be. Right there.
What was that? What was that sound before? That loud ass noise. That had to be us, but I just don't know what that was. One more time.
Sounds like
Marvin.
It sounds like Marvin. That's what I thought. It sounds like a dog inside.
It wasn't the walkie-talkies or something, was it?
It could be. It could be.
That?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't hear it. In here?
It was in here.
I didn't hear it. I don't know. It sounded like a dog or something on that one. I can't tell for sure. I mean, we're not saying it was a ghost dog. We're just.
It almost sounds like shoes on a gym floor, but that wasn't going on there.
Let's go ahead and here's another. Let's see. I guess this is when I was showing Melissa what audio that we'd I don't know. Let's play it and see here.
Right there. I don't know what that is either. Did you hear it?
Oh.
Yeah, you
the
can
talking behind.
Yeah, you can hear it. It's the talking behind, and it's not Melissa because she said and she's close to the mic.
Let's do it again.
Right there. I don't know what that is either. Did you hear it?
That's weird. I don't know who would have been talking behind.
Well, there's no other females with us.
there.
Right. It's not Melissa, so therefore
you hear her respond up close. One more time. Here we go.
Right there. I don't know what that is either. Did you hear it?
Right after Chris.
At the very beginning, I heard the word appreciate.
Really? Let me try it again. Hang on.
Right there. I don't know what that is either. Did you hear it?
I don't remember that conversation taking place.
The one between us or the one behind us?
The one, like Tyler's right. Somebody saying something I really appreciate.
We didn't hear it. We didn't hear that. I mean, we would have made sure to make note of there's people outside.
Was this when the owner was still here? Was this the beginning?
No. Melissa's here at this point, and so this is a good hour into the investigation. You guys are upstairs.
The owner was gone.
that's
Was she even there when you got there?
Yeah.
Oh, she was for a
She
few?
was there, and then
because she just vanished.
It had to be another female because Melissa was talking.
That couldn't
During
have been
that.
like radio interference or anything, because that sounds like a full blown conversation.
There would have been.
Somebody
There's
There's
said-
no radio.
Appreciate. I really appreciate.
There's no radio interference that I'm aware of, because if we
Radio
had
interference on what, though?
well, what he's talking about is like what happened in Buffalo when
the
we
mic?
had the mics picking up stuff, and we didn't have that.
Yeah, these mic cords sometimes can act as a really long antenna if they're not shielded well enough, and then they catch radio frequencies and it can bleed into the recorder.
We didn't really have that.
I don't know.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard. Whoop.
Little baby.
Yeah. We didn't really have that I was aware of, because it didn't show up anyplace else. Now, is it possible? Yeah, I guess.
Possible, but
It would but it's only for a very limited window.
do it one more time.
That one again? Okay, here we go.
Right there. I don't know what that is either. Did you hear it?
That doesn't really sound like radio.
Is this the master mix?
No. Yes. Yeah, so it could have been anywhere. It could have been any of the mics. This is the downside to doing the master mix, is you're not able to isolate exactly where it's at, but
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it.
so it just depends. And the thing is, the reason why I don't think that occurred is because I listened to the recorder that was right at the front of the store, and it had almost nothing on there. But I can't.
Well, there was
I can't
hardly
say for
anybody
sure.
outside.
Right.
I mean, really, there was hardly anybody outside. I was surprised. I thought it would be much busier over there than it was. During the times when there were people outside, because we haven't even talked about. There was one time I saw something walk by the window. I was like, we need to, and I was getting ready to say we need to remember people outside cast shadow, but then there was nobody outside.
Right.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised that there wasn't
we've-
more foot traffic.
We have got a female vocal that I cannot explain that's on this stuff that is the clearest female vocal I think I've ever heard in my life.
It's not the high.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the I'm in the room female
Okay.
vocal. I think we'd ask, is anybody here? And this woman responds, I'm in the room.
I've got it right here. We can go ahead and jump up there
just
and play
creepy,
it.
creepy.
Let's go ahead and pull that
And
one
this
up.
is just Chris and I on the floor. Just us. Everybody else is upstairs.
Okay, here we go.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
Oh my God.
Right there.
That's not
like it.
you.
I wasn't there yet.
Melissa hadn't
like
got
it.
here yet.
Well, even if you were, that's not your voice.
Well, no, she wasn't there.
It couldn't have been Melissa. Bobby is gone.
Damn.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That is like really.
That's my new favorite.
That's creepy.
Play it again.
Go again.
That's insane.
Do it again here.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Now,
Holy shit. I quit. I see you.
At the end of the day,
I gotta play that
the
again.
person who's getting response is Chris, because Chris says, "Where are you?" And she
I'm
says,
talking to you though.
but she doesn't know that. She says, "I'm in the room."
Yeah, that's clear. That's really clear.
I mean, she says, "I'm in the room." That's what she says.
It almost sounds like the sex ghost.
It does sound like the
Yeah.
sex ghost. Maybe she's with you.
She's following you.
She's talking to you.
I don't
Again,
remember that one,
The
I
sex
guess.
ghost is responding
It
to
was
you.
the one that what? I can't remember what it's.
What the sex ghost said to you?
I can't remember what it said now.
She said, "Make love
She
to
didn't
me."
say it to me. She just
Yes, she
said it.
did.
There's no way it said that. I'd have remembered that.
Oh, that's at
no.
Ashley's house. We've
Yeah,
got that one.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
He does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sex ghost was making a pass at Chris.
It wasn't at me. We were both standing there just like we were here.
I've been talking. Sex ghost says nothing. Chris says it, and then here she comes.
I'm going to play that again, though. Here we go.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
That's really
That's so weird.
That's so creepy.
Are you listening?
That same one again.
Yeah, can we do it
You
one
want to hear
more
it again?
time?
Okay, we can do it one more time.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
Man, it's got the same reverb
It's
as
got-
you guys
that's what I was getting
have.
ready to say. It's
really
echoing.
weird.
Did we acknowledge that we heard anything or no?
I had heard something back there
After
before.
she said that, though, did we?
No.
Did we
No,
realize-
we never
It didn't seem like
acknowledged.
you reacted to it.
No.
Is this the master mix too?
Yes.
So this could be
It
coming
could
from.
be. She could be in any room.
That's bizarre. I didn't
It's
hear
an intelligent response, and then it uses a pronoun. to refer to itself. That's so weird to me.
I'm in the room. There's no doubt. There's no doubt on that one what's being said.
It's very clear.
I'd like to do it one more time.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
I wonder if it's a delayed response to you asking, where are you?
That's what John said.
That's exactly what it is. That's where she's responding to Chris.
That's
Sounds young too.
That's shocking. I mean that right there. If that's the only EVP you catch on an investigation, that's a win. That's definitely
If that's the
a
only
win.
one you catch in your career, it's a win.
Yeah, it's worth it. Right
Damn, that's good. Okay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and play.
That might be like one of the best ones we've ever caught.
I think it is. I think it is. And the reason that I love this one so much is because you can 100% eliminate the fact that it's not Bobby. She wasn't there. Melissa hadn't got there yet.
And it's a very distinct voice.
It's very obvious it's no one outside, too.
Right, because
you've
it's
got the
reverberating.
reverb. Yeah.
It's in the room.
Yeah, that's good.
And she says it very sad.
Yeah. It's kind of melancholy.
It's melancholy.
I've been wanting to use melancholy for a long time. It was very melancholic, even. That's a damn good EVP, though. That's
Really
a good
good.
one. Okay.
Really good.
All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next one here.
Yeah.
I hear it back there. It's more of
yeah.
I don't think we ever
know what it was.
I don't think we ever responded or you. I remember tagging several things saying that's someone outside.
Yeah, no, you did. All of them. There's a lot of stuff that we got rid of. That because Chris would say, no, it's people walking outside. So we've got rid of a lot.
I was
going
to tell you on my mic because I had my phone recorder going and I listened to it and I couldn't be sure of any of it because I was upstairs and you could hear the cars go by.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought I heard what I thought was people walking outside. If it was like a distant talking, the
thing is, when you listen back to this, when you go through and you listen to all of these things that are on here, this is why upstairs there's only 2 or 3 out of all of these are from upstairs because there's so much noise contamination. There's all kinds of things, but there was extra breathing that happened upstairs when Chris and Andrew and Tyler were all in a conversation. They're the only people upstairs. Something is breathing behind them.
Yeah, we've got that coming up here too. I was starting to think here, the owners are going to be pissed off if we do, but we may have to split this up into 2 different podcasts. I want to do a couple more here before we call it quits on the week. Let's go ahead and do one more here, at least one more. Let's try this one. Breathy something? Is that what we're listening to? Did you guys hear?
Some kind of a breath.
Did it say no?
It may. What does it say and what's the title say?
Creepy ghost.
Okay.
we can play it again and see.
That's great. That's perfect.
Let's try it again. Here we go.
Yeah, right there it was.
It may be. Yeah, it may be.
Yeah, I hear something there. Creepy ghost. Creepy ghost.mp3.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Here's a whisper. Let's see what we've got on this one, and then we'll decide whether we're going to do another or pick it up next week.
Where's Dustin? Did you hear that? What?
Yeah, I heard it at the beginning. Let's do it again.
Where's Dustin? Did you hear that? What?
What were you going to say?
That's the same one that we played a minute ago.
But it's from a different.
I hear the whisper in the beginning on this one.
I heard it there too. Let's go ahead.
End with the good one again. Play it one more time because it's the best thing we've ever got. Maybe
it is. Yeah, that.
And then we'll start with it next week.
Okay, we can do that. Let's go ahead and play because we kind of do these on the fly. Not on the fly. We've heard all these. We've listened to them. Some of these, like this one we're getting ready to play. I listened to it at home, but it was not that clear on my laptop as it is here in these headphones.
For the record, this is the one that I told Melissa about and I told Chris about, and I said it sounds so good that it sounds like something that we made, and I didn't make it.
And
The Ghost of Marvin.
And I listened to it at home, and I could hear mumbling, but it did not sound that clear. Not like it does here. Okay, so this is our best one that we've got some good ones here. We really have. The yes, is good. A lot of the background, whispering is good. This one is really good. So we're going to end with it, and we're going to pick this up next week for the Bury Me in Black investigation. We'll play the rest of them next week. But let's go ahead and let's end with this one, and we're going to play it for you one more time. Here we go.
I think I heard something, Chris. Where are you? Right back here.
What a sad ghost.
Melancholic as hell. That's good though. That's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's got the room, it's got the room reverb and everything. And we obviously didn't hear it. We didn't react to it at all. So that's a good stopping point. We'll pick it up with Bury Me in Black next week.
More Bury Me in Black from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri.
You said more Bury Me in Black.
It is going to be more.
Okay.
It is going to be more from. That's what we're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It does now that I read.
He was just making sure you weren't having a stroke.
Do you smell burnt toast?
Go for it. Do it. No, do it.
Go with that. It works now that I've re-listened to it in my head.
We'll have more from the Bury Me in Black investigation from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri next week with Midwest Ghost Hunters.
Just keep all of this. It needs to all stay in.
I would keep it all, yeah.